Hello, I'm Matthew Riggs, and this is my Unit 13 assessment, my interview with my Gold Business contact, Wayne Yowell, and I've got a few questions for him today. My first question is, what type of exporting experience do you look for when selecting an offshore manufacturer?
First thing we do is we like to qualify our suppliers, and by doing that, we have an agent that's in China, or maybe a couple agents that actually go out to the site of the plant we're looking at. They review all their quality requirements, making sure if they're ISO or have a quality manual that we can work with. And then the second thing we do is we have him go through and talk to the management, which would be the president of the organization. There would be also a quality control man or person involved in that. And then third we do is we work with them in taking pictures of the facility, try to find similar products that we're actually manufacturing so they know they have their expertise. And then he comes back and gives us a report on basically all that information in a nightly little package emailed back to us. The other things we do is it's very product specific depending on what we're trying to manufacture. We don't try to jump off into somebody that doesn't want to that manufactures this as one of their lower end products, rather than be one of their higher end products that they have a lot of volume to.
Okay. I've got another question, and it is, what type of import specific issues has your company had to handle?
Specifically, like for instance, like dock workers being on strike.
Yeah.
Occasionally, they'll be doing that. Or two is they'll inspect a container load. The strike that was here, I think, it was about 3 or 4 months ago, which was short-lived. Definitely disrupts your supply chain and moving the product over. Typically, what happens is either ours comes to California, I think it's Long Beach area, and when it hits there, it comes into a halt, and then it might be in a holding pattern until the strike's over, and we're just kind of caught. If they can't get resolved quickly, we have to fly parts in that are extremely expensive, and then if it does get there and it's not an issue regarding strike, but if they want to open the containers up, customs can take as much time as we've seen, 1 week to 4 weeks, but typically we don't. We're kind of at the mercy of when they want to do it, and it depends on what's in the product. If you have a full container of one widget, it's easy. If you have a container of several different widgets in there, like from different suppliers, like a partial shipment from everybody, then everybody gets subjected to be inspected, and it takes longer to get to that container. So
that makes sense.
So with the government cutting back, we see those things could extend longer time with customs, because that's where they'll cut back in these custom people.
Okay. And then the last question we have today is, has your company experienced any counter trade from competitors?
The only counter trade, or I'm going to take this back to the intellectual property that's being shared with the Chinese, with other suppliers and other, I guess we'll say other customers of theirs. We don't typically see that a lot because our products are very, from being not necessarily low tech, but can be very low tech, where even if the information is shared, it really does not offer any advantage. When you do products like electronics or semicons or building, like I said, a television and items like that, I think you'll see more of that. But we see and we know from time to time we get products that are that somebody else has made before, and we're not sure if how it came to them or how they ended up doing it, but they can make that widget, and sometimes it cuts down on the learning curve. It kind of works both ways, but the other end, we like to make sure they do not share our intellectual property, and we do our best, but international law becomes an issue at that point.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time today, and I appreciate your insight into the business world.
Thank you.